Hello, Libra. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of February 2021. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome. And I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I will be using my original tarot deck, Libra. I will also clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. And then I will close out your reading with a magical messages from the fairies oracle card. I think that's the name of it. So as you can see, I've got a new background here. I'm still trying to figure out if it's going to work for me. So far, I'm liking it, but it is very, very different. So let me know what you think. If you care to share your opinion, I would love to hear it. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm feeling very relaxed. Energy, as I start your reading here, which is very different from the last reading I did because I was feeling very anxious. But for you, I'm feeling very relaxed. I'm feeling very calm. I'm feeling very grounded, very centered. So I think that's definitely going to be, oh yes, here it is. That's going to be the call for you for February. All right. So Libra, like I said, you're moving into February. Very grounded, very centered, very balanced, okay? However, that doesn't mean that things are not moving for you. Things are not coming together for you in a very smooth, uncomplicated way. Now, I say that because we have the Eight of Wands. Now, this is the card of speed, and this is the card of movement, right? This is that energetic flow. Things are, I don't want to say rapidly moving, but things are moving without hesitation, without any interference. The energy is moving for you very, very progressively as we move into the month of February. Now, this is good, especially if you are in that money creativity flow, right? The ideas are flowing, the money's flowing. At least if it's not, it will be. You just have to make sure you don't get in the way. Sometimes that happens for a lot of us. I know I've been there, Libra. But you know that flow is definitely, it's working to your advantage as we move into February. Now we have the Justice card in the reverse. This means there's decisions being made without your feedback, without your input. I have the feeling that this is something, there's a money connection to it, but it's something outside of your normal realm. In other words, let's say you work, for a company and the bosses, the executives are making decisions and they're going to affect all the employees, but you're so far from that. It's like you don't have any type of say-so in the decisions that are being made, but of course they're going to affect you as an employee. Now, even if you're not an employee, there's still some decisions being made. Could be with your local government, with our federal government. It could be decisions being made in your community. It could even be, where you live. Maybe your landlord is making some decisions and it's going to affect you. Now, there's a money element to this, okay? So the decisions that are being made are going to have some type of a financial implication for you. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be negative. It doesn't mean that money is going to be taken away. It could be something very positive. It could be, maybe now you don't have to pay fees. Maybe now your fees, are increasing, decreasing. Whatever the case may be, there's going to be a financial component to it. Next, we have the King of Cups. Now, this is another very emotionally stable card. Now, I talked about that energy is very strong for you, Libra, as we move into the month of February. Okay, you have a very smooth, just a really smooth energy. Just things are they're just, like I said, flowing. There's no hurriedness. There's no rushing. There's no anxiousness. It's like things are just very, very stable. very calm. And I say that because you've got the 3 cards that indicate that. King of Cups, emotionally grounded. You got the 4 of Swords here, which talks about kind of withdrawing, kind of stepping back, going into a meditative state. Also Temperance, which is the card of balance and things just working, things just flowing, as you can see, is indicated here on the card. It's just really being in that flow. Now, we do need to pay attention to the Moon card in the reverse, because sometimes this card shows up when we are in information overload, meaning something is going to be revealed to you, something is going to be announced, and this is something that you probably weren't expecting, maybe something you had no idea about, but now you are forced to deal with it because you have the information. Again, there's a money component to this, so it could be something in relation to your job, to your income, could be something relative to your savings, your investings, your business, whatever the case may be. Pay attention to the information that shows up, because you are going to be called to take action when this information is revealed. And this is something, like I said, that you're going to have to process. It's something you're going to have to really kind of move through as you figure out exactly what it is and what your next step is going to be. But again, this is empowering, right? This is something that's going to definitely benefit you in the long term. It's not something that's going to hurt you, because the more information you have, the better decisions you can make. The more relaxed you can be and not worry about anything. There's no misunderstanding, no miscommunication. So trust that the information that comes through for you is going to be helpful. All right, Libra, let's continue on here and see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of February 2021. Nice. Okay. All right. So as we move through this second week of February, things are definitely happening. First, we've got the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups means that you've got somebody showing up to support you, right? Somebody showing up with some type of assistance. And I like to say this is some type of a financial support, financial assistance, because of the context of the reading that we're doing. We're focused on money, we're focused on wealth, we're focused on career and finances and all those good things. You're definitely going to get some type of support once we hit the second week of February. Now, like I said, this definitely has a financial assistance feel to me. Either you're going to get a loan, someone's going to loan you money, someone's going to help you set up a business, someone's going to help you set up, maybe a merchant account, maybe a wholesaler is going to, maybe set something up for you so you can, maybe a line of credit or something like that. That's what I'm feeling like this. It's like somebody's going to help you, and it's going to have some type of a financial boost to your income, to your business. Even if you're an employee, maybe you're going to get some more vacation days. I don't know, but you're definitely going to get some type of assistance and support at this time. Now, we've got the Three of Pentacles here. This is you working independently. Now, you're going to be working by yourself, and this may not have been your first choice, Libra, but that's the way things are going to just kind of play out. If you are an employee, see that... you might see that, maybe it was a group project, but now it's going to fall totally onto you. Or it could just be that you have been chosen to work independently in some way. If you're not an employee and you're a business owner, just understand that you are going to be, pulling a lot of the weight solo. This is part of, business ownership, taking responsibility. Just know that you're probably going to be working independently at this time. Now, we've got 2 aces here. This is fan-frickin-tastic. It means that growth, prosperity is happening, and it means you're making some financial breakthroughs here. Now, the Ace of Wands, this is progression. This is progressive, thriving, moving forward, growth, expansion, whatever it is, it's happening for you at this time. Ace of Swords means you're breaking through, means there was something that was holding you back that's not in the way anymore. The other thing about the Ace of Swords is that you really kind of narrow down what it is that's going to take you to that next level. In other words, you have no confusion. You have no clouded judgments. You have total clarity about what you need to do, how you need to do it, and the method and the strategies and how you're going to make it happen. This is definitely going to pay off for you huge. You know, you're really going to feel empowered. You're really going to feel in control once we hit that second week of February, Libra. Now, we also have the Three of Cups here. The Three of Cups talks about canceled plans in some way. Could be a party, could be travel, could be an event or something that was scheduled to happen, but for some reason, it's not going to happen. You know, something's going to be postponed or delayed. The other thing is sometimes it just doesn't come together in the way you thought. Like, let's say you made all these plans and all these preparations, but then something happens and it kind of falls apart. Okay, it's like, I mean, it's disappointing, but at the same time, probably something that was expected to some degree. The other thing about the Three of Cups is sometimes this card shows up when there is a third party involved, and that third party is no longer involved. Now, that happens a lot when I see this card in relationships, but because we're not really talking about love and relationships, this could mean that there's a third party no longer involved in your business or no longer involved in your work. No hard feelings, but because it fell on the Moon card, which, remember, we talked about information being revealed, information being exposed, this could be part of that, where part of the information, now you can make a better decision and you decide that we no longer need this third party interference. Okay? All right. So, Libra, let's continue on and see what else shows up for you in the second half of the month here. So what else do we need to know for the sign of Libra? As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of February 2021. Nice, nice, nice. All right, so Libra, as we move into the second half of February, get ready for some huge wins here happening. This is Ten of Cups. This is probably one of the most positive cards in the deck. I've mentioned that before. This is the ultimate happiness, joy, fulfillment, excitement, everything coming together in a beautiful way card, right? And it's also next to another positive card, which is the Death card. Now, a lot of people freak out when they see this card. I don't want you to do that, because looking at the cards, looking at the surrounding cards, it fell onto this Ace of Wands. It means that big life transforming change is happening. And this is only for the better, because we have the Ten of Cups and it's right next to the Death card, which means positive change is coming. Now, when we talk about this in the context of money, it means that there is some huge changes coming as it relates to your money flow, as it relates to how you create abundance in your life. Could it be a new job? Could it be your business finally takes off? Yes, it could be those things. It could be anything, you know, it could be anything, something you've been working towards. Maybe you fall into an opportunity that is a home run for you. That is something that is significant as it relates to your money flow. But whatever it is, it's going to be good and it's going to be huge. So get ready and prepare. Now, here is where we get into a little bit of stickiness. Why? Because we got the Five of Swords. This means there's going to be people around you who are not necessarily as excited for these big changes as you are, right? And this happens to all of us when we hit something, when we win. There's always people around us who are going to be envious, jealous, not supportive, negative, whatever you want to call it. You're going to have to be dealing with that. Now, the thing is I don't see that as a problem for you, Libra, because when I look at this card, it tells me that you have no problem cutting someone off, but at the same time, it will affect you emotionally, spiritually, energetically, okay? So just know that while you're good is starting to really pop off at this time, not everyone's going to be on board, okay? So it's one of those things that if you can mentally prepare that could happen, and that probably will happen, it's not going to be so, it's not going to sting so much when it does. Next, we have the Hierophant and the Strength card, two more positive cards. This is beautiful because this talks about spiritual strength. This talks about physical strength here. Now, the Hierophant also is a card where you really are kind of, you're working with the ideas of things being a certain way, and they really fit nicely into your idealistic plans. And I hope that makes sense. It's like you kind of have a vision of how you want to help, how you want to grow, and how you want to prosper. And things really do work out for you in that way. It's like you have the universe on your side. It's like God really shows you, yes, this is purposefully yours. This is divinely coming together for you. And it's almost like you really feel the hand of God stepping in and rearranging and shifting things for you. That's what I love about the Hierophant card, because it's not necessarily a religious card in any sense, but it is a very spiritual card. And it is kind of what I like to call divine intervention, where it seems like things just, it looks like things are just not going to happen, but then something huge moves in and shifts things for you in a very beautiful way. Now, we also have physical strength here, which means you have the tenacity, the drive, the persistence to really make things happen for yourself in a very powerful, prosperous way. You have the stamina, you have the it's like you have the endurance to just keep going. And the other thing about the Strength card is that you also have the mental strength, right? You have the mindset. You have a strong mindset that's going to keep you going. And it's really going to allow you to continue on this path, Libra. So get ready. You're definitely equipped for what it is that you're trying to do. You're going to see some positive feedback from what it is you're trying to do. And all of this is going to align for you monetarily. You know, things are really going to start, like I said, things are really going to start popping off for you financially at this time. It's like you have all your ducks in a row. You have everything lined up beautifully. And so the universe really does just kind of help it along, because everything is set. Everything is strategized, and, you know, everything is just going in the right direction. And it feels good. I feel really good. So I know this is going to feel good for you. All right, Libra, let's see what else is showing up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. Ooh. For the month of February 2021. All right, now we do have some repeater cards here. Well, I see one repeater card. We've got Justice. Remember, we saw Justice here. I have a feeling this is connected to that, because it's very much in line with that card, okay? So whatever it is, remember, this is a decision being made without your input, but it affects you. There's a money connection there. It looks like they're still going to be making some decisions, okay? And it looks like it's going to have you worried for a little bit, but I'm telling you, you have nothing to worry about, Libra, okay? Let's start here with the Lovers card in reverse. That is a divine separation. I have a feeling like this is something that has been brewing for a long time, and it finally happens at the end of February. Why? Because it fell onto this Ten of Cups. Now, this Ten of Cups, remember, this is a very good card. This is that ultimate happiness, joy. Sometimes big happiness involves letting go of things that don't work for us anymore, and we finally feel free. We finally feel, you know, like we are not weighted down by something that is holding us back, and I feel like that's what's going to happen here. Again, we're talking about that Ten decision being made. We mentioned that. Looks like it's going to stress you out a little bit, but when all is said and done, you don't have to worry because, you know, you still have your good. You still have your good from the week before happening, right? It may be a little unsettling, but I promise you, you're going to be okay. Why? Because I can tell by the surrounding cards. We also have the Judgment card. Now, the Judgment card talks about rebirth, and sometimes it talks about you being forced into a new role. And that could be what's happening here, where you weren't really expecting to kind of have to step up in a new way. But it is going to happen, and you could be called to something higher, better, something greater. Get ready for that because, again, it may feel a little uncomfortable, but when all is said and done, it will pay off for you in a very big way. There's going to be some financial benefit to doing so. Again, divine separation. Now, you have the Lovers and the Two of Cups. Now, these are the two cards that talk about union. Both of them are in the reverse, which tells me, like I said, there's going to be some distance between you and something or someone, okay? And it's going to kind of, I think this is going to happen in layers, right? Like maybe you have a conversation, maybe you start moving away, maybe you start reducing the amount of interaction you have with someone. It's like it's not going to be something that happens really quickly. It's going to be something, like I said, that happens in steps. It happens in layers. It happens in phases, okay? So that's going to be a little bit easier to process. However, it does prolong the breaking free for you. But, you know, I think that this is probably going to be the best way for it to happen. Again, it also allows you to kind of really get your head wrapped around it. It allows you to prepare financially because I do feel like there's going to be some type of a money component to this separation. So it's going to give you that time and space to make some decisions, plan ahead, and get ready. Finally, we have the Six of Swords. Now, again, I feel like this is canceled plans here. And I say that because it's in line with this Three of Cups. And I know, I feel very clearly like this is the cancellation of an event. Plans, could be travel, could be a party or something like that. You know, I feel like that's probably, you're going to get like final confirmation of that at the end of the month. Okay. So overall, Libra, your month is pretty solid. Like I said, things really start happening. The big stuff happens for you in the middle of the month here. That's when we see the big changes. That's when we feel the energetic and the monetary breakthroughs that are happening. And then things just get really, really beautiful. Now, the end of the month may feel a little uncomfortable, but it's not something that you can't handle. It's not something that you will not come out of the other side better, a winner, more strong, more, just more, I want to say intellectually challenged in the sense that you come up with new ideas and new plans and new methods for dealing with the things that are happening for you. Okay, so it's like it really allows you to step up your critical thinking and you really start making some logical plans here, and it all works out. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a magical message from the fairies, oracle card. I got two cards here. I'm going to go with that. Oh, nice. We've got love life and connect with nature. Love life. The basis of your question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. I am not surprised you got this. Remember, we talked about the Lovers and the Two of Cups. Those cards are relationship cards. Now, because we're talking about money, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not personal relationship connected, right? And now we've got the love life card. So just know your romantic life is changing for the better, whatever happens, okay? Trust that it's changing for the better. Next, we have connect with nature. You're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. Yes, we're almost to spring. It is starting to warm up in some parts of the country and some parts of the world. So I hope that you do get some time to spend outside and enjoy the fresh air and the beautiful sun. All right, Libra, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, drop them down below. I want to thank you for choosing to spend this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.